Hey, welcome aboard my hot air balloon. I'll, of course, supply the hot air, and we gotta hurry. Lots of little-known facts to discover about different countries around the world. Here we go! Canada, the land of indestructible rainbow money. They've got red, blue, purple, and yellow bills. It's also made of plastic, so it's almost impossible to get soggy, wet, tear, or burn. No need to empty your pants pockets before laundry day. Money in Israel has Braille written on it for the blind. By the way, this country also has the most museums in the world when you count per person. If you put all of China's railroads together, the system could loop around the Earth twice. And despite its large size, China has only one time zone. So, in some parts of the country, sunrise can happen as late as 10 a.m. Argentina is named after the Latin word for silver, argentum. And don't forget to check your calendars. There's a tradition in Argentina to eat potato gnocchi at the end of every month. So don't forget. In Ethiopia, calendars have 13 months instead of 12. And if you ever wanted to time travel, here's your destination. Their calendar is also 8 years behind the one most of the world uses. Ethiopians are aware of that, by the way. Some even use both calendars. You could be 8 years younger in Ethiopia or 1 year older in Korea. When you were born there, you're considered a year old already. Which would you rather have? People in Cambodia don't celebrate their birthday at all. Some might not even know when it is. It's especially true about older generations. About a quarter of Finland is in the Arctic Circle, which means in those lands, the sun doesn't rise for 51 days and doesn't set for 73 in winter. But at least some nights you can see the aurora borealis, or more commonly known as the Northern Lights. Ooh! And if you like sipping hot cocoa near a crackling fire on a beautiful winter day, especially when you should be shoveling off the driveway, you must love all things cozy. Well, head to Denmark. They have a special word, hygge, which symbolizes a mood of wellness, contentment, and comfort. Indonesia is where you'll find the largest and smelliest flowers in the world. The Rafflesia arnoldi can weigh up to 15 pounds and grow 3 feet across petal to petal. Don't lean in too close though, this thing smells like meat that's gone bad. Watch out, don't get wet! Oh, it's just Bulgarians spilling water for success as a tradition. Whenever a loved one has a special occasion and will need luck, others spill water at the entrance of the house. Yerevan, the capital of Armenia, is known as the Pink City because, well, just look at a lot of the buildings. They weren't painted that color. The hue comes from a rose-colored volcanic ash used to build them. You might easily be misunderstood in Albania. There, people shake their head back and forth for a positive answer and nod up and down when they mean no. We're in Greece now, so be careful not to wave. Here, that gesture is considered rude. Instead, greet people with a closed palm. Also, don't get offended if they spit at you. They're just trying to protect you from bad spirits. Hey, it's all Greek to me. There's a huge carpet museum in Baku, Azerbaijan, that looks like a giant carpet. Oh yeah, and the Land of Fire has been burning for thousands of years, literally. The country's mysterious ground fires survived rain, snow, and wind. They puzzled Marco Polo back in the 13th century and were revered by ancients. Now we know it's just natural gas leaking out of underground reserves and catching fire. Welcome to Spa, Belgium, the town that gave us the word for that relaxing place we love so much. It was popular even in ancient Rome. People came to this place to bathe in mineral springs and drink healing water. Blink and you'll miss tiny Andorra. Good thing we're in a hot air balloon and not a plane. This is one of the few countries in the world that doesn't have an airport. The peaks of the Pyrenees Mountains won't allow it. They do have a handful of heliports though. The number 96 is very important in Hungary. The first king was crowned in 896. Budapest subway was built in 1896. The Hungarian national anthem should be sung in 96 seconds. And finally, buildings in Budapest must not exceed 315 feet, or you guessed it, 96 meters. Another interesting number is 17, which is considered bad luck in Italy. It comes from the Roman numeral for 17, which is an anagram of the word dixi, which means "my life is over" in Latin. That's why a lot of buildings in Italy have no 17th floor. The Renault R17 model was even sold there as the R177. San Marino has more cars than people. There are 1,139 vehicles per 1,000 people. Well, it's nice to have an extra set of wheels. And sheep in New Zealand outnumber humans by 6 to 1. They also broadcast an official weather forecast in the Elfish language in 2012. People did, not the sheep. That reminds me. You can find small elf houses around Iceland. Or, to learn more about them, you can even go to the official elf school. Not sure if they teach Elfish there or not. Check it out. 90% of Australians live on the coast. It's because everything else in the continent is a vast desert. Australia also has the most beaches. If you went to a new one each day, it would take you 27 years to visit all the country's 10,000 beaches. The Philippines' public transport consists mostly of jeepneys. They're small buses painted and designed by local artists in bright, vivid colors. The country is also home to a type of scum called stink badgers. So, now you know. India. The land of huge, colorful festivals, birthplace of the Snakes and Ladders board game, among many other things, and home to the world's largest film industry. Yes, in 2012 alone, Bollywood produced 3 times more films than Hollywood. If you're ever bored in the UK, head to the cheese rolling competition. The rules are simple. A round cheese is rolled down a hill, and the contestants must chase it. The first one to make it to the bottom or catch the cheese wins. If they cut the cheese, then it's something else entirely. A country known for its cleanliness and forests, Belarus makes the largest dump truck in the world. Behold the Belaz 75710. Its tires alone stand taller than the typical dump truck you see on the roads. Malta. Home of malted milk. No, not really. It's the place of world-famous lace-making, glass-blowing, handmade jewelry, and clocks. And of course those Paradise Island vibes. But if you could vacation there about 17,000 years ago, you wouldn't be on an island. Malta was connected to the European continent. South Africa has the largest impact crater in the world. You could fit the entire city of Honolulu in it. It's also one of the oldest. Scientists believe a meteorite created the Vredefort crater around 2 billion years ago. For comparison, the Earth is 4.5 billion years old. If you ever go on a first date in Japan or Korea, don't be surprised if the person across the table asks, "What's your blood type?" They believe blood type and personality are directly connected, so they have no problem asking somebody about it. You can even buy products specifically for your type, and dating someone with a compatible blood type is preferred. Hey, don't be negative, it's what they do. Usually, there are 2 to 10 national languages in any given country, but Papua New Guinea is where the most languages are spoken in one place. Although they have 3 national languages, English being one of them, you can find over 820 languages spoken among locals. Try to learn all of those in a lifetime. Whew! You've probably never heard of the small island nation Niue. They're in the South Pacific Ocean not far from New Zealand. With a population of only 1,190, it's the world's first and only Wi-Fi nation, which means everybody gets free Wi-Fi. Bogota, Colombia is home to some incredible graffiti art. Every year they hold a street art competition there. A huge public space and all needed materials are given to the winner. Now, if everyone in the entire world, all 7.8 billion of us, stood shoulder to shoulder, we'd all fit into Los Angeles. And here's a fun LA fact. When it was first founded, it was called… my Spanish is a little rusty. Here, you read it.
El pueblo de Nuestra Señora Reina de Los Ángeles sobre el río Porciúncula.
Yeah, what she said. Which means, the town of Our Lady, the Queen of Angels of the Porciúncula River. Whew, that's a mouthful. Hey, I love LA. 2 syllables. What's not to love?